the advantages of the scientific techniques. That's the reason management accounting is also called as what? It is also a part where you will play with the science and the art. Financial accounting, when you started to learn about accounting, we learned about something called GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles. The intuition, whatever is taken in the cost accounting or the financial accounting, will not be taken into consideration in management accounting. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to the second session of the Chapter 1, Introduction of Advanced Cost and Management Accounting. Now here students, today I'll be explaining you about the differences between the financial accounting and management accounting. I told you in the first session itself that financial accounting is a outdated accounting and management accounting is a recent origin. The real differences about financial accounting and management accounting, if you compare, you will get to know that why management accounting is very important in the 21st century, and what all you learned in financial accounting, was it really necessary or not? You will have a question to yourself. You'll get a question. In a question, you have two questions, right? That is a type of paper which management accounting theoretical question will appear in the examination. The question is like this: what is management accounting? Explain the objectives of management accounting. See, again, they are asking you one more question in the same question. Explain the differences between financial accounting and management accounting. That means in that one question you have to answer three different answers. Firstly, you are supposed to write what is management accounting, then you are supposed to go with the objectives of management accounting, and later you are supposed to give the differences between management accounting and financial accounting. If I need to cut down the score sheet for you, that is the answer key, how exactly it is: 2 marks for the meaning of management accounting. You have exactly 8 marks for the objectives of management accounting, where you are supposed to write 8 points. That means each point carries 1 mark, and later you are supposed to go with the one more, that is the differences between financial management and management accounting, where you are supposed to write at least 5 differences. So 5 plus 8 plus 2, 15. This question will be for 15 marks. So what exactly the differences are? Now I've given you the comparison on the basis on what we have differentiated financial accounting and management accounting. Let me tell you here students, management accounting is also called as managerial accounting. So don't get confused about managerial accounting and management accounting, because both are same. The first one here we have is user of report. So who are the users? Financial accounting is for internal user as well as external users, but management accounting is only for internal, that is employer and employee. If you go with this, internal users are there, and here we have is external users as well as internal users, that is shareholders, stockholders, creditors, regulators. This is what the biggest differences about financial accounting and management accounting. I'll give you again an example. The one of the example which you are supposed to know is Satyam Company. Now Satyam Company, when Ramalingam started this company, all his financial accounting was all a false statements were actually drafted and it was given to the public. That's the reason I'm telling you, we don't go with the financial accounting because it can be altered. But we always need to see the management accounting. But the problem here is management accounting is not given to the external users. But somewhere if you get this management accounting proper thing, you can actually predict whether the company is doing really good or it is not doing at all. Next one we have is types of report. Now, what are the types of reports financial accounting actually go with? Now, example, you have balance sheets, you have, that is, say, balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statement. All these financial statements are given in the financial accounting. But in the management accounting, what really happens is you only go with the relevant information and you prepare a proper cost for the job. Now that means what job cost sheet you have, cost of goods manufactured. Now, how many goods were manufactured? What were the costs incurred in the manufacturing? And the production cost, the reports, everything is prepared in the management accounting. When we go with when are these reports are prepared? Now, when we go with the frequency of reports in the financial accounting, we can see that it is quarterly basis or annually basis. But management accounting, whenever you want, whenever the manager needs, it has been prepared. That is why it is called what? The frequently, whenever it is needed, they'll prepare it. Next one we have is the purpose of reports. What are the purpose? Why do we need these reports? Why we need the financial statements? Why do we need the management accounting? Here is, it helps those external users. It helps whom? The external user to make a decision, that is the credit terms, investment or other decisions. But here when I tell you about this, when we already know that financial statement doesn't have too much value because it can be manipulated. But let me be very honest with you, there are many companies who are very strict about the discrepancy as well as to keep the right financial statement. So there are many companies who goes with a correct financial statement. They document it there and they produce it to the users. There are so many companies which we have seen in the history that they have manipulated the financial statement and they have given. But here what happens is it assists the internal users. That is why management accounting is uses. It will only assist the internal user to make decisions, and that to what type of a decision, or to take a wise decision. So the next one we have is focus of reports. Now where the reports actually focus mainly on, why exactly we need these reports and what are their intentions. The first one is pertain to company as a whole uses GAAP structure. Now financial accounting, when you started to learn about accounting, we learned about something called GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles. Now these are the reports which is being focused by GAAP, and multitude or combinations of other more individuals data is actually composed. So that is the reason they are focused on. Next one we have is nature of reports is monetary. Now why does monetary, in the sense financial accounting only focus on the monetary aspects, but when it comes to a managerial accounting or management accounting, what happens is it pertains to departments, it pertains to sections and the business, and very detailed reporting, and no GAAP constraints are there. So you will not follow any kind of GAAP constraint because it is dependent on what the management really want. And when we go with this, we also concentrate not just monetary but also non-monetary aspects is also concentrated in management accounting. And the last one is verification of report. Now who are the people who will verify these reports? Now the first one is audited by CPA. Now what exactly CPA is all about? Please understand, CPA stands for Certified Public Accountant. Now the Certified Public Accountant will actually verify these report of financial accounting, whereas here managerial accounting or management accounting, we don't have any kind of a person like that. That is, no independent audits will actually come and check these reports. It is only prepared for the internal managers so that they can take decisions wisely. So the next topic we have is the difference between cost accounting and management accounting. This is a short question for 15 marks if they ask you for any of the theoretical questions in the first chapter. This is what the 15 marks question would be. That is the difference between cost accounting and management accounting. Again, the question will be like this: what is management accounting? Explain the differences between cost accounting and management accounting for 15 marks. So 5 marks you are supposed to only write about the meaning and definition of management accounting. That means one meaning you just write and 2 definitions of management accounting by the cost and management accounting from London or from India. Any of the definitions you can write, and later I have given here 10 differences about cost and management accounting. So you can write each and every differences. You will be actually getting 15 marks very easily. The first one, Here is cost accounting. The emergence of cost accounting is mainly due to the limitations of financial accounting. So, first question you are supposed to ask is, there were so many flaws in financial accounting. Now, people wanted to actually rectify those flaws, and then they wanted to do something, and that is the reason the birth of cost accounting happened. The second one is, the development of cost accounting dates back to industrial revolution. That means it is not so new as well as it is not very historical. Next is cost accounting deals primarily with cost data. In the other hand, we have management accounting. Let's see what exactly it is. The emergence of management accounting is mainly due to the limitations of cost accounting. See here, you have something called financial accounting, cost accounting, and management accounting. The limitations of financial accounting gave rise to cost accounting. Cost accounting limitation gave rise to management accounting. Next one is, management accounting has developed only in the last 55 years. That is, to be very specific here, students, 1960 onwards is where you people can see management accounting coming. Next one is, management accounting involves the consideration of both cost and revenue. Both the consideration is very much required, that is the cost and the revenue. Next one we have is, cost accounting takes into account mostly the cost factors. Cost factor. It suggests to the management the best of two alternatives by the use of differential costing technique. Now, cost accounting makes use of techniques like standard costing, budgetary control, marginal costing, uniform costing. And the last one here is, cost accounting just reports cost data. They only go with what really is with the cash. And in the other hand, management accounting, what happens is, management accounting takes into consideration the cost as well as non-cost factor while depending upon the alternatives. Next one here is, management accounting makes use of not only these techniques like ratio analysis, fund flow analysis, cash flow analysis, etc. Now here it takes the advantages of the scientific techniques. That's the reason management accounting is also called as what? It is also a part where you will play with the science and the art. So the intuition, whatever is taken in the cost accounting or the financial accounting, will not be taken into consideration in management accounting. That means you don't have intuitions in management accounting. Next one is, management accounting not only reports financial and cost data, but also analysis and interprets data. They always analyze what the data is and then they interpret the same. See, I have given you 10 different points. The reason here why I have given you 10 different points, this is a short question. I want you people to understand this carefully. Now, cost accounting is generally concerned with working out of years cost operating statements. Both external parties and internal parties are interested. Now, I told you about this financial accounting where external and internal both, they are very much interested to know the financial statement. But when it comes to management accounting only targets the internal parties. Now here management accounting proceeds further to plan and work out future operating statements, and mainly internal parties are interested in data provided by the management. That means what? Here it is only the internal party, but here in the cost accounting you have internal as well as external. Next one, when we go with the next two here, cost accounting takes into account estimates. Cost accounting take consideration of account estimates for future. It mostly uses past and present figure. So understand, financial accounting also we can draw a difference here. Financial accounting, they go with the historical data and the past data. Now cost accounting, they go with the past data and the present data. Management accounting goes with the present data and the future data. Now here if you go with management accounting is concerned with the presentation of figures for future. Please understand this. It is only for future. and the policies and the plans are prepared by providing future guidelines. That is why the flaws of cost accounting is rectified in management accounting. The last one is cost accounting is mostly historical in approach as it presents the past. Just like our financial accounting, it is also what? Historical approach. And management accounting is futuristic. That's the reason. See, nobody will actually think about nobody will rejoice about what the past was. Everybody wants to see what the future will be. Say in 2000s, if you go with it, or the early 21st century, if you go with it, you will understand there are so many billionaires who were there. But after that, right now, if you compare with 2000 and if you compare with 2021, what exactly has happened? Why? Because of the management accounting system being used in their companies. And here management accounting is futuristic in its approach as it is more concerned with the future. Any top companies, whoever are in the top 500, they all mandatorily they use management accounting apart from cost accounting and financial accounting. But there are limitations of management accounting. Let's check the limitations of it. What are the limitations? The first one here is limitations of basic records. If you don't know what exactly the basic records are, the management accounting will not be so much fruitful. The second one is lack of knowledge of related discipline. It's a new concept. Many people have not researched in depth in this accounting. That's the reason there is a problem. Next one is provision of only data. That is, here when you go with the only data but not decisions. Now people can actually take the data but they can't give their decisions or take their decision. Again, that is the limitations of management accounting. Not a substitute for management. Now, management accounting can never be a substitute to management. You are supposed to see management is different, management accounting is different. Last is persistence of intuitive decision making. Now, what usually happens, though you have data, though you have facts, though you have so many things, but there are many people who goes with their intuitive decisions. That is where management accounting will actually fail. Now, the first one where I told you about the basic records. Now, management accounting derives its information from the financial accounting, cost accounting, and other records. The secondly is that means the strength and weakness of management accounting depends upon the strength and weakness of these basic records. That is your cost accounting and financial accounting. If these basic records suffer from any limitation, then management accounting also will be subject to these limitations. So anywhere if you financial accounting or the cost accounting records are not correct, again your management accounting is dependent upon them for the basic records only. So that is where the limitation is strike. Next is lack of knowledge related discipline. The real knowledge here is you need to actually have more work towards management accounting. You are supposed to work out the flaws. When you start working out the flaws, you will get to know what are good and what are bad. Now, the real benefit of management accounting can be derived by the firms only when the management is well versed in the related disciplines such as financial accounting, cost accounting, statistics, economics, engineering. Now, the next one is provision of only data but not decision. Here what happens is management accounting provides only data but not decisions. In other words, it only informs but does not prescribe. Now, who will actually prescribe it? Who will actually do it? Management accounting will never prescribe anything. It will give you the data. It will give you time what you are supposed to do. It is the manager who should actually analyze, interpret, and then take a decision. Not a substitute for management. Now, management accounting is a mere tool of management. It's a very mere tool of management. It cannot be substitute or alternative for management. Both are totally different here. This is because decision and corrective steps are taken by the management and not by the management accountant. See here, management accountant and the manager, both are the same here, but if you go with the roles, the both of them, they play a different role. Here management accountant will give the data, but the manager is the person who should take the decisions. Persistence of intuitive decision making, that is management accounting no doubt assist management in taking decision scientifically. It has several decision making tools such as marginal costing. See, marginal costing is a chapter where you will understand that what are the profit volume ratios, what is profit, what is sales, what is variable cost. So these are the techniques which helps you people to analyze whether your business is making profit or not. Differential costing and operating research techniques and other scientific decisions making. So here what happens is you are supposed to know management accounting well versed. That is where you can actually limit all these limitations, or else what happens is it's the same way like this. Half knowledge is poison. So that is what the management accounting limitation is all for you. And from this, we have completed the first chapter. In the next session, I'll be taking the next chapter here, students. Until then, I'll see you when I see you. Thank you so much.